Welcome to Yamuna body rolling. In this session, we're going to be rolling the bones and the muscles of the lower leg and the upper leg. We're going to be using the gold or yellow ball, the pearl or green ball, and the black ball. If at any time during this session you feel extreme discomfort or you feel like the protocol or the routine is a little bit too challenging for you, feel free to come off the ball and join us for the next routine. We're going to begin with the quadriceps, taking the ball at the top of our pelvis and rolling down. We're going to cross fiber into the inner quadriceps, outer, pause there, and then we'll go into the IT band. Start on our right side. If you want to use a bigger ball to support your chest, you can do that. You want to lift up the toes on that right side. You want to keep the abdominals lifted. Pause there, letting the ball sink into the pelvic bone. And then scoot forward until the ball comes into the top of the leg. Turn your right leg out slightly. The ball will come into the inner thigh. Inner hamstring is what we're working here. Turn the leg back to center. And then take your right forearm in front and slightly turn out. And then come all the way onto your IT band. Come back to center. Scoot forward. Bring the ball down. Turn your leg to the outside. Bring the ball to the inside. Hamstring. Turning it back to center. And then take your right forearm in front of you, slightly turn away. And then come all the way onto your, and then slowly come back to center. If you run out of mat, you can just come off and move to 3/4 or roll yourself up. Again, making sure that you hold your abdominals lifted, protect your back. Turn the leg to the outside, bring the ball to the inside, hamstring. Coming back to center, right forearm in front, slightly twist left, coming to the outside hamstring. And then all the way into the IT band, stacking, keeping lifted. And turning back to center. Scoot forward till the ball comes right above the knee. You don't want to put any pressure onto the kneecap, just right above the knee. Keep your belly lifted. Turn the leg out to the side. Straighten the leg again. Right forearm front, slightly turn to your left. Pause there. And then come all the way onto the IT band. And turn back to center. Let's go to the other side. Once again, we're going to place the ball at the top of our pelvis. You want to scoot down as far as you can. Want to keep that left knee lifted, pressing through the left heel. Scoot yourself forward, bringing the ball into the leg bone. Turn your leg out to the side, bring the ball into the inner hamstring. Straightening the leg again. This time taking your left forearm in front, twist to your right. Pause there. And then come all the way onto the side. Bringing the ball to the IT band. And then roll back to the center. Scoot yourself up. Bring the ball about a third of the way. Turn the leg out to the side. Turn the leg back straight again. Left forearm in front. Use your right hand and turn slightly to your right. Pausing in that outside hamstring. And then twist all the way, coming on your side. Try to relax your leg as much as you're able to. And then bring the ball back to center. And move yourself up. Turn your leg out to the side. Bring your leg straight again. Left forearm in front. Begin to twist and pause there. And then turn all the way onto your side, coming to your IT band. Straightening back up. And last one, bring the ball right above the knee. Keep the belly lifted. Remember, you can use your larger ball to support your chest if you need to. Turn the leg out to the side. Straighten the leg again. Take your left forearm in front. Use your right hand to twist slightly to your right. And then stacking. Bring the ball to the IT band. The ball is on his back, facing the floor, and come off the ball. We're going to roll our hamstrings now. So you're going to come to the end of your mat, your end of your space. Place the ball on your left or sitting bone. Your other leg, the knee can be bent. It can be out in front of you. It can out behind you. Whatever feels better in your body. You're going to be moving that ball from in front of the sitting bone to in back of the sitting bone. Like you're massaging your sitting bone, you're stimulating the bone where the attachment is for the middle hamstring. And now take the ball a little bit to the outside of that bone and a little bit to the inside of that bone. And now circle. And reverse your circle. Now scoot your body back so you feel the ball right in front of the sitting bone. Again, your knee can be bent, your leg can be out, or you can bring your leg back behind you. You're going to move your leg so the ball's more outside hamstring. Move the leg to the outside, ball comes to the inside, so now you move the ball to the inside hamstring. And then bring it back to the center. Scoot your body back. If you feel comfortable, you can lean forward slightly. You want to be using your breath in each one of these movements. So the idea is to actually bring your breath to that part of the body that the ball is touching. And then scoot your leg to the inside. The ball comes to the outside hamstring. And then move the leg more to the outside. The ball comes to the inside hamstring. And then bring that ball back to the center of the bone. Scoot your body back. Again, you can sit up tall. You could actually have the wall behind you. If you have really tight hamstrings, you can do this against the wall. Or you can lean forward to add a little bit more stretch. Leg moves towards the inside. Ball moves towards the outside. And now move the leg away from the body so the ball comes towards the center inside hamstring. Feel free to take a little bit longer time at each point if you're tighter. Bring the ball back to the center of the bone. And either stretch forward or sit up tall. Move the leg towards the inside of your body. The ball comes to the outside hamstring. And then move the leg away from your body. The ball comes to the inside hamstring. There are several ways to roll all the different body parts. These are just the standard, most common ones that we're doing during the session. And bring the ball back to center. And now bring the ball underneath the left knee. If your other leg is behind you, then bring it forward. You can use one hand to traction the lower leg away from the ball, and the other hand to traction upward. And now you're going to feel it's right above the knee, what we call a tendon cord on this outside. We're going to place the ball on that, try to focus on pressing that point into the ball. You turn your leg out a little bit. You can add a little bit of weight with the hands. And then you're going to feel for that same thing on the inside, the tendon cord. Place the ball there. You can turn the leg slightly in to get it a little bit more focused in that area. And then take the ball out and just notice the difference between the two legs. Scoot forward again so you can roll the left hamstring. I'm going to go ahead actually and move the other direction so you can see the ball better. Taking the ball underneath your right sitting bone, working that sitting bone vertically to begin with. And now take that ball to the outside of the bone and to the inside of the bone. Staying on that right sitting bone, just taking it to both sides. And then circle. And then reverse it. Scoot yourself back. Again, this other leg can be bent this way, or you can take it out to the side. Right now, the pressure point of the ball is just right in front of that sitting bone where the tendon attaches. You're waiting for a release in your body. Scoot back until you feel the ball more into the bone. Move the leg towards the inside of the body. The ball's on the outside hamstring. And then scoot the leg away from the body. The ball is on the inside hamstring. And then bring it back to center. Scoot your body back. You can also just move the ball, whatever works better for you. Hinge forward or up straight, or again, you can have your back against the wall. Then move that leg to the inside, balls to the outside. Move the ball back to center, and then scoot that leg to the outside. Ball is on the inside hamstring. Coming back to center. Scoot your body back. Move that right leg towards the inside. Ball comes outside. back to center, and then move that leg to the outside, ball comes to the inside. And back to center. Again, if you're getting tired and you want to just bring your bottom down and move the ball, feel free to do that. Move that right leg towards the inside. The ball comes to the outside. And then move that leg to the outside. The ball comes to the inside hamstring. And back to center. Take the ball now underneath your knee and stretch that other leg out. You're going to use one hand to traction the lower leg away from the knee, and another hand to traction the leg upward away from the knee. Again, feeling for those tight tendon cords on the outside and inside. Place that ball on the outside. Turn the leg out a little bit. Add a little bit of weight. You might stretch forward a little bit, targeting that area. And now feeling for the inside tendon cord. Place the ball there, turn the leg a little bit in, and then add a little bit more weight with your hands above and below the knee. You don't want to be pressing on top of the patella or the kneecap. And release that. We're going to set our pearl or green ball aside for now. We're going to do a routine that gets the IT band and the inner thigh at the same time. It's a really easy one to do because you're laying down. You can either rest your head with your hand. You could actually even use the pearl or green ball underneath your head. You're going to put the black ball at the top. I'm starting on my right side. And you're going to take the bigger ball in between your legs. Okay, so we're going to be working the inner thigh and the outer thigh at the same time. Again, you can use that medium-sized ball as a headrest. You want a 90-degree bend from the hip to the knee, and then from the knee to the ankle. And now you just kind of relax into that and breathe. I'm going to keep the larger ball where it is and move the black ball down just a little bit, and then resituate myself, stacking. You may have to periodically adjust the balls to help them stay in right position. Okay. And now you can bring that black ball down a little bit further. And so now you should have them more stacked. They're one on top of the other. And now move the black ball down a little further. It's going to be different on each person's body. You may need to move the top ball. I still don't need to. Try to relax your lower leg as best you can. A lot of people have a very tight IT band, so it's not uncommon to feel discomfort at this point. But if it's too much, you can come off the ball and just work the inner sides if you'd like to. Okay, I'm bringing the black ball down a little further. I've got really long legs, so I'm just now halfway down that IT band. I'm going to move my bigger ball just slightly down towards my knees. Moving the balls again, keeping them stacked on top of each other. You can keep that top leg parallel, or you can let the leg rest. You get a little bit different sensation when you keep the top leg lifted up, or the top foot a bit more weight into that. And now moving the black ball down again. Basically, you're keeping the middle of each ball in line. So sometimes you're moving both balls, sometimes you're moving just one ball. And I'm moving my black ball and my gold or yellow ball down towards the knees. This is the last spot, right in front of the knee or right above the knee. Last one, you're going to take the lower black ball to the side of the knee and move the bigger ball to the inside of the knee. Many times these are sore spots for people, so stay there. Breathe. And take the balls out and come off. Going to the other side. So I'm now working my left IT band and then focusing on putting more weight into the other side of the inner thigh. Again, I can use the pearl or the green ball for a headrest. I take the black ball at the top of my outside of my leg bone, and I take the bigger ball as far up into the perineum as I can, and hold. If you feel like you need to hold that ball with your hands, I'm gonna tilt my body off a little bit so I can move that black ball down a little further. I'm not ready to move the big ball yet. And now bringing the black ball down a little further on that IT band, restacking. Again, you might need to hold the ball more secure. And now bring the ball down a little bit further, that black ball. Now I'm moving the bigger ball down away from the perineum, closer to the knees. Shifting the black ball down a little further. This time I don't need to move the bigger ball, still keeping it in alignment. Taking that black down ball a little bit further. Again, keeping the middle of both balls lined up. So I've got a couple more spots to release before I get to the last one. So I would encourage you, when you're doing this on your own, to just take your time, and you don't have to have a specific number of spots that you work through. Your body will tell you where it's tighter, where you need to stay longer. Do you need to do smaller movement changes or larger movement changes? Just move the ball down just a little bit more. And my next one will be to the inner and outer knee. So it's okay for the ball to be on the inner and outer knee when you're not putting full body weight. And now bringing the balls to the outer knee, inner knee. And now take the balls out. You're going to keep your larger ball, gold or yellow, close by. Now just hug the knees into the chest. Release the feet down. Grab your larger ball. We're going to work the back of the calves now. You're going to take the ball behind the knee. And I want you to use your hands on top of the ball and press down. You're trying to find a little bit more space behind the knee. So press down with the ball, the hands, and then bend the knee. Hold that in there tight and take the other leg and cross it over to add a little bit more weight. If you need to, you can use your hands to hold the ball there. If you feel secure enough, you can release the arms to your side. Uncross the legs, bring the ball down just a little bit further. Bend the knee again, hold the ball there, press the calf into the ball, and then take that other leg, cross the ankles. You can use that leg to press the top of the shin bone down. And crawl down a little bit further. Now, some people can't flex their knees as much, so sometimes I'm just going to demonstrate a different version of how to get the back of the calf. So you can do that, or you can again add that top leg using that leg to press. You can actually put your hands on your shin to add a little bit more weight. And then one more spot, you want to take it right to the heel. So you want to get your Achilles tendon. Again, if you can't flex your knee as much, you can use it in this position, pressing the back of the heel into the ball, or you can go back to the original version of crossing ankle over ankle, using your hands to press down on top of the shins. Just a reminder, we typically roll from the beginning of a muscle attachment to the ending. So that's why we want to make sure we go from the beginning of that calf muscle, the gastroc, all the way down, inserting into the Achilles tendon area. Okay, take that out. Just stretch the legs out for a moment. Feel the difference there on that right side. And then let's take it to the other side. So now the left leg is extended, the ball's behind you. You want to press down first to create a little bit more space behind the knee and then bend the knee. Add the right leg crossing over the left ankle. You can use your hands on the shins here or let them come down by your side. Move the bigger ball down a little bit further. Repress into that. Take the ball down a little bit further. And now you want to move it so that you can feel it on the back of your heel. Again, if you can't bend that knee as far, you can switch out to the position that I am now. The back of my ankle is pressing into the ball, or I can go back to the other format where my knee is bent more. And I'm using hands to add a little bit more weight. Position your foot so that you really feel the pressure of the ball into the back of the ankle. Place that. Tuck your knees back into your chest. And rock yourself up. We're going to end with a back routine. You can use the larger ball or the medium-sized ball. I'm going to use the smaller ball. You come to the back of your mat. Place the ball under your right sitting bone. And now you're going to scoot forward, coming straight up through that sitting bone. Once you get above the tailbone area, then you can scoot just a little bit to the right, bringing the ball to that right side of your sacrum, and then bring your bottom down. You're going to lean back into the ball. And now bring yourself more forward. You can use your hands on the floor. You can keep your hands on the floor if you feel more stable, or you can bring them to the fronts of the lower leg. Inhaling, exhaling, sinking back into the ball. Again, lifting your hips up and scooting forward. We're moving right up the right side of the spine. Moving forward. Inhaling, exhaling. Lifting the hips up and curling under, and then bringing them back down. You want to be mindful of where your chin is. You want to keep the back of the neck nice and long. At some point, if you feel like you can hold on to your head and use one hand on the knees, or if you need to have one hand on the floor and one hand behind you. Lift the hips up, curl the pelvis under, and then come down. Inhale, exhale. If you feel comfortable enough at this point, you can take both hands supporting your head, keeping the back of the neck long. Lift the hips up, curl the pelvis under, and come down. Let your breath find the ball as you inhale and exhale. You can use your thumbs at the back of your head underneath your occiput, lifting, lengthening the back of the neck. Lift it, curl the pelvis under and come down. So now if I move, I'm at the base of my shoulder on that right side. Inhale into the ball. Exhale, sinking deeper. Lift the hips up, curl the pelvis under, and come down. Ball's now at the middle shoulder blade. And now bring it up to the top of the shoulder blade. Lift up again, bringing the ball right above the shoulder blade. You're not quite into the neck yet. And now scoot down, bringing the ball into the right side of the neck. Make any adjustments in your clothes. You want to pull your shirt down, trying to pull the material away from your neck. Let your arms come down by your sides, maybe a little bit out to the side. Try to bring the head and chin straight on. Draw your chin towards your chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Scoot yourself forward, stretching through the arms. The ball comes up a little higher. Draw your chin to your chest, pressing the back of the neck into the ball. And then scoot down one more time. If you feel the ball slipping, you can take one hand to guide it. Once it's right underneath that occiput ridge, and lower the hand back down. And then try to tilt that chin down. Feels like the ball is lifting the skull away from the neck. Now use your left hand to pick your head up. Use your right hand to take the ball out. Slowly lower the head. Just take a moment to check in. Does your right side go a little longer than your left. When you're ready, you're going to come to the back of the mat again. This time, putting the ball on the left sitting bone. From that left sitting bone, you're gonna come forward, bringing the ball right straight up. You don't want to put pressure on the tailbone. You're coming straight up to the back of the pelvis. Once you know you're above the tailbone, you can scoot a little bit to the left, letting that ball come to the left side of the sacrum. And then coming a little bit more forward. Bottom comes down, both knees bent. Inhale, exhale, pulling front to back to ball. Inhale and exhale. Scoot forward. Try to find the ball with your breath. Lift the hips up, curl under, and come down. Ball comes up a little higher on that left side. Inhaling. Exhale. Lift the hips up, curl the pelvis under, and come down. Remember, you can keep your hands on your legs. You can keep your hands supporting you on the floor. If you need to, instead of lifting the hips, you can just scoot forward. Another option. And if your material of your shirt gets kind of balled up, just stop and readjust because you want to make good contact. Lift the hips up, scoot forward, and come down. At some point, check in and see if you can use one hand to hold the head forward, lengthening the back of the neck. Lift the hips up, curl the pelvis. Lift the hips up, curl the pelvis under, and come down. Finding the ball with your breath. Breathing into the back side of your body. Lift up, come forward. I'm at the base of my shoulder blade. Using my thumbs to rest underneath the occiput, lifting, lengthening the back of the neck. And now bring the ball into mid-shoulder blade on that left side. And now bringing it to the top of the shoulder blade. Now moving the ball right above the shoulder blade, but not quite into the neck. And now coming forward, bring the ball into the left side of the neck. Once you get it situated, once you pull them away from the back of the neck, bring your arms out to 45 degrees. Drop the chin towards the chest, lengthening the neck. Actively press the lower part of that neck into the ball. And scoot forward, bring the ball up just a little bit higher on that left side. And now scoot one more time. You want to bring the ball where it feels like it's right underneath that occiput. Chin, ankling the back of the neck so that you feel like you're lifting the skull away. And now use the right hand to pick the head up and the left hand to take the ball out. Slowly lower the head, stretch the legs out. Take some nice deep breaths. Checking in with your body once more. Seeing if you feel a little bit more at ease. I'm Candy Duke, and I appreciate you joining me for a Yamuna body rolling session. Thank you.